So, how to get clients on LinkedIn in 2025. For me, this will be a fairly short video because this is quite simple. It's not overly complicated. I've been using LinkedIn for marketing and to try and get clients for about 7 years, and a lot's changed since then. So, it was much easier to engage and connect and get talking to people on LinkedIn when I started several years ago than it is now. Primarily because so many people have jumped on the bandwagon and started using automation tools. Maybe 7 years ago, your average person of influence on LinkedIn who was really worth talking to, maybe they got 10 messages from kind of people prospecting and automation tools a day. They probably get 100, 200 now. So it's completely oversaturated. Also, the automation tools have become much less efficient and productive. What do I mean by that? So years ago when I started using really good automation tools, one of the key things, for example, was that I could send about 95 connection requests, fully automated, per day, 95 connection requests. The same tool now, I can only send 20 connection requests per day because of the restrictions that have come in, because it's just so oversaturated, because so many people were prospecting aggressively. LinkedIn became quite a nasty place to be for a while because people were just getting bombarded with like very salesy messages. So obviously LinkedIn had to address that issue and that concern, and restrictions have been imposed. So there's a lot more people trying to get in front of the same people as you. It's kind of like a pack of hyenas kind of circling, or vultures circling around the people that everybody wants to speak to. There's so much competition, it's really oversaturated. Plus you can do less these days with the automation tools. So it's less of it has to be or can be automated, more of it has to be a little bit more manual and a bit more kind of human as such, and personable. So here's what I would do and what I am doing on LinkedIn now. For me, the crucial things are you've got to have an amazing profile. So it's worth spending quite a lot of time tweaking, optimizing your LinkedIn profile, because what I'm finding is that most people are so tired of just constantly being bombarded with prospecting and messages, often in a very aggressive, horrible way, from people who don't really know any better. Most people now, before connecting with me, and certainly before engaging with me and sending a reply to one of my messages that I send them, will go to my profile. So I've noticed a huge increase in people. I look at who's viewed my profile. The percentage of people who I've reached out to that are viewing my profile has massively gone up. It used to be maybe like 2 or 5%. Now it's like 15, 20% of all people who I'm trying to connect with and engage with. So your profile has to be amazing. What makes an amazing LinkedIn profile? It has to be about them. Why should they speak to you? Why should they speak to you and not speak to, why should they speak to you ahead of the 100 other people who are trying to speak to them on LinkedIn alone? Often these are busy people. You've got to stand out. You've got to make it ridiculously clear to them what the benefit is to them of speaking to you. So your profile has to be optimized so that as soon as somebody looks at your profile, within 5 seconds, for example, they're like, okay, this is someone that I really should respond to and connect with. It's clear from what this person has put on their profile that they can probably help me in some way. I might not need their help right now, but this is a person that I want to connect with, and actually that I want to kind of send a quick message to, so that I start some communication. You need an amazing profile to do that, especially on LinkedIn, because there's so much competition. There's so much competition for their attention. So the profile is the first thing. Connected to that, but slightly different, I would say that the key difference now is that you have to be posting really good content. So again, I see that people who I'm trying to connect with and speak to on LinkedIn want to see, firstly, that I'm human. Secondly, that I'm not just going on LinkedIn once a week or once a month and spamming out loads of messages. I'm actively involved on LinkedIn. I'm serious about my industry and about what I do, and I'm showing my expertise through regular posts and regular engagement. So this is where you've got to put the effort in. Several years ago, you could get business on LinkedIn even if you were quite lazy. At times for me, working with certain people and for my own kind of prospecting, it was almost a bit too easy. It was amazing for about a year especially, but nowadays that's not the case. It's changed. You have to put the groundwork in, you have to put the effort in. So if you're new to LinkedIn, I'd say you need at least 2-3 months of just consistently posting really good content to build up a bit of credibility on LinkedIn, build up a sort of back catalogue of posts and comment that make you credible. Obviously, if you can, post videos. That's a huge thing that I'm starting to do now. Most people on LinkedIn, as on YouTube and any other channel, any other channels like their website, social channels, most people are still reluctant to post video. So you can see there's so much posting that's still text-based, image-based. If someone can go onto your LinkedIn profile, if it's amazing, amazingly optimized, if it speaks to them about the benefits of connecting with you and speaking to you and perhaps working with you, if you can couple that with lots and lots of video where they can watch 2, 3, 4 videos of you within a couple of minutes, even if the videos are quite short, they feel like they kind of have met you and they know you. That's extremely powerful. Then if you put that together, if you try and connect with them, if they go on your profile, they can say, okay, this person really looks like they can help me. I love what they're saying on their profile. They understand the benefits of potentially working with you. If then they can watch one or more videos with you, they're like, okay, I know what this person looks like. I kind of feel like I've met them briefly at a conference or something. That's incredibly powerful. So I just want to wrap it up there because that's the basics. That's quite simple. Before you prospect and reach out on LinkedIn to try and win business, make sure that your profile is amazing. Make sure it's not about you and your achievements and how amazing you are. That's a small part of it. Make sure it's about if the person who's looking at your profile connects with you and speaks to you, how can you help them? What's the benefit to them? Post lots of video and post lots of content as well. Really show your expertise so that people can clearly see that you're a serious contributor to LinkedIn and that you have expertise and you know your industry. Once you've got that, reach out to people, connect with them, and I would say don't be too salesy as well. I think you could get away with being a little bit direct and salesy even a few years ago on LinkedIn. Nowadays, that's not the case. There's too many people doing it in a really horrible, aggressive way. I mean, I'm not even like, I'm not like Richard Branson or whatever, or Elon Musk. Even I get loads of messages all the time that are horrible, just basically, often droning on. But, what they're essentially saying is like, can I speak to you about you giving me loads of money? For my services, like no warm up, no kind of human element to it, just really automated, really aggressively trying to sell me something. It's horrible. So please don't do that. Connect with people. I would always say try and go onto their profile and put something into the message that's personalized about them that you've kind of seen if they've been to an event or they've posted about something they care about. I would say don't only use automation to connect with people, maybe to send a connection request, an initial message that's very generic. From there, don't send the same automated message to everybody. Look for kind of quality over quantity. Spend a minute or two on every person you connect with. Spend a minute or two on their profile. Look for something that you can start a conversation with them about as if you're at an event. And if you do that and have an amazing profile with video on it, with lots of content, benefit-led, I think you can still do really, really well on LinkedIn. I still think you can win business that's extremely lucrative just through following those basic fundamentals. I still think LinkedIn's a great platform. It's very different to how it used to be, but that would be my advice for LinkedIn marketing in 2025. I hope that's useful. If it is, leave a comment, ask me a question. I'm here to help. I'll happily give you some free advice about LinkedIn marketing or video marketing or anything else to do with marketing. So please like the video, subscribe, comment, and hopefully I will speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.